Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Selamat pagi.
Pagi.
Apa kabar hari ini?
Luar biasa optimis, bahagia, semangat.
Ya, oke. Untuk hari ini dari saya dulu yang pertama, hari ini ada registrasi dari concourse, organisasi ada partisipan, sama nanti yang langganan pledoi sedang saya dibuka di polisnya. Kemudian untuk mini workshop, nanti bantu bikin iklan baru ini, tapi bikin kontennya dulu sih baik.
Mini workshop itu bisa jadi yang loh, bikin penjualannya nggak ada. Soalnya orang nungguin terus di follow up juga kan nggak respon. Kalau sementara nggak ada dulu. Nah aku ngono sih.
Ya benar sih. Ya memang bantu semua sih yang itu. Gak ada yang.
Ya toh.
Ya, berarti yang ketiga dipending dulu ya. Itu untuk pelaksanaan yang kedua yang hari ini itu udah diinfokan sama Mas Wilson, nanti dia mau di sini Bang, itu komputernya bisa tuh.
Bisa.
Ya, maksudnya kan Mbak nanti mau nunjukinnya gimana ya Mbak, terus sini aja, nanti tunjukin pakai webcam gitu.
Apanya?
Tunjukin projectnya,
Ya.
tempat sampahnya gitu.
Sama nanti ada walkway-nya, jadi mending walkway itu mulai diperkenalkan gitu loh. Kalau aku itu sih, jadi teman-teman yang lain itu nggak perlu apa jenenge, nggak perlu hardware, pakai walkway.
Tapi nanti prakteknya tetap hardware dulu.
Ada hardware-nya, ada walkway-nya, kan simpel nanti, cuman Arduino, nggak pakai cloud-cloudan.
Oke. Untuk mini workshop udah saya hentikan iklannya tadi pagi ya, tapi untuk yang berbayar itu memang udah berhenti dari tadi malam ya, yang free baru dihentikan tadi pagi. Kemudian hari ini mau nyicil yang SLI itu lumayan banyak yang harus disiapkan dari hasil kemarin. Bimbingan ya sama nanti mungkin bikin jadwal ya mau bimbingannya hari apa aja gitu harinya, karena lumayan padat jadwalnya. Kemudian yang terakhir untuk digitalan, yang tutup tadi saya cek di website udah ada 7, terus di daftar ada 17. Dan nanti nyicil untuk nyalin skripsi diganti Mbak Sudah. Itu sama nanti downloadin CV-nya Mbak, di situ ada yang daftar website ada CV-nya. Tapi yang di daftar bisa masuk CV sih dia. Tapi ada info-infonya. Yang nggak mau kemarin sekarang ada tambahan.
Enak di job street cuma gini, cuman nggak bisa diekspor dulu.
Iya, harus manual. Terus
kalau job street valid kayak gitu, maksudnya valid itu cepet loh yang daftar berhari berapa ya wes kita pakai job street terus wae rekrutmen.
Ya, cuman job street itu nggak bisa bikin pertanyaan custom gitu juga free. Jadi cuma ada template dari mereka itu. Berapa pengalaman sebagai apa yang kita cari itu.
Nggak apa-apa.
Itu kemudian yang di Discord peserta, nah ini udah ada yang mulai masuk ya, cuman belum ada template untuk ini tuh Discord apa gitu, kan ini baru kayak waiting list itu kan Kak, bukan udah pasti terdaftar gitu. Nah nanti mungkin bikin template-nya itu pengumuman sama buat kenalan.
Nah Discord itu kan yang bisa yang link general, harusnya yang waiting itu loh. Harusnya yang waiting and rules. Nah nanti waiting and rules itu dibikin robot auto replay caranya. Terus di situ baru dimasukin, terus semua panitia masuk situ dulu, WPI semua masuk situ, habis itu dikunci kecuali welcome rules, terus bawahnya apa ya kaki info enggak di dashboard juga itu di close. Nah
Hello everyone, I'm Nazrul Aziz, Talent Corp's Head of Industry Partnership and also Graduate and Emerging Talent. As you know, we are an agency under the Ministry of Human Resources and we are mandated to drive the country's talent strategy. And in achieving this, we undertake several key activities such as building industry linkages, advocating for policy changes where needed, and most importantly, entering partnerships and collaborations with stakeholders. And all this is to support our agenda to transform Malaysia into a dynamic talent hub. One of our intervention programs that came from the pandemic is Kisah Siswa. And from that came the Kisah Siswa Digital Volunteering Program, where together with selected ambassadors, we raised awareness of graduate employability among our Malaysian young talent. Today, we have 57 graduate employability ambassadors who have completed the 6-month program. Throughout the program, they learn to build and enhance their own skills, where they get to hone and sharpen skills such as leadership, communication, networking, strategic thinking, personal branding, social impact, and industry awareness. We asked our GE ambassadors to present 6 GE improvement ideas to Talent Corp, from where we have selected 2 projects to be implemented in 2021, completely sponsored and supported by Talent Corp. Thanks to everyone's dedication and hard work, through these 2 projects, our GE ambassadors have connected to over 300 Malaysian students here in Malaysia and those studying abroad. And well done. My sincerest appreciation to everyone involved, especially to our GE ambassadors, for your continuous efforts in promoting graduate employability to your network. And please continue to use the skills for the betterment of you yourself and those around you. A special note of thanks to my team for believing in this program. It's a long journey since 2020, who constantly push through the new ideas and turning them into reality. To our Malaysian students, this is the time for you to take charge of your future. Create the change you seek and seize all the opportunities that will allow you to develop yourself, your skills for the future that you desire. With that, I present to you our ambassador's journey in 2021. Thank you.
I can define graduate employability as a person's ability to find and create job after completing their studies. Employability implies that institution and businesses have fostered students' knowledge, skills, characteristics, and identity, which all of these are necessary for them to thrive in the workplace, and not to forget their career development once they step into the working environment as a fresh graduate.
For me, graduate employability refers to a person who have ability to create or to find a job after they graduate from their universities. Furthermore, graduates who are aware about the current employability rate will be more successful in their workplace because they already prepare themselves with the useful skill set. So it's important for us as graduates to open our mind and aware about the graduate employability today.
Personally, I will define graduate employability as the life beyond graduation, in which the availability of fresh grads to secure jobs in the market. Therefore, intervention approaches are needed to ensure that these graduates meet the requirements of the industry. Also, to enhance the graduate employability. Therefore, here comes Kisah Siswa program in assisting and motivating young talents for employment.
Well, basically for me, I would do periodic posts on LinkedIn where I'll post the information of the program, describe it, write it in an interesting way to capture my connections, interests that consists of graduate, job seeker, and even employer. For them to get some notification of the program and for them to get updates on the program frequently. Next, I will also do periodic posts on Instagram, share it on my story to get my followers or viewer get updates on the current event that's going on. And I also do posts on Facebook also. I also do posts on WhatsApp group also. I will blast the message of my posts on the information of the program on the WhatsApp. This is to enable other graduates to get notified of the upcoming program that is organized by Talent Corp Malaysia itself.
I spread news about graduate employability, but personally took my own initiative to share this wonderful journey of GE through my WhatsApp contacts, which happened to be my targeted audiences as well. I explained well on the pros and cons of joining our team Talent Crop and deliberately share with their mutual connection that they feel who will fit into the GE, also to create awareness about this program. On top of that, I make use of social media such as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn as my supportive platform to blast about the programs. The reason I chose social media as my alternative option because I feel social media audience are too mainstream with entertainment feed as it opens to stranger and public as my audience. This will make my audience to miss out the quality information of insights about the GE program.
To sharing news about graduate employability, I fully utilize my social media account, which is through my Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn account, and TikTok sometimes. And because it is accessible to everyone and people can easily interact with the content and opportunity that we share that would benefit all the graduates out there. And if I had an opportunity to be the speakers or to giving opinion for any sharing session in regards to employability, the first thing that would come in my mind is to stress on to increase the graduate employability as the preparedness before entering into the real industry. As the team leader of day 2 for GE program, this experience has made me experience and also learn and explore a lot of skills, especially my communication skills and my leadership skills. So the most significant one would be my communication skills, because I have to connect and I have to communicate with people outside of my circle and outside of my comfort zone itself to make sure that the program runs smoothly. And I think it was a very good experience to communicate and connect with them. And I also believe that I have learned how to handle a very good communication throughout the discussions and the big meetings we had together. And other than that, regarding my leadership skills, I believe that I've gained some of it thanks to Talent Corp team members and also the ambassadors as well. I learned how to manage my team and how to manage the people I am working with, as well as the work division throughout the journey, and which are actually not something new to me, but it was a quite challenging experience because I personally did not know them in person at the first place. But as we work together, we get to know each other. It was a very nice experience to me, and the ambassadors did a very good job in giving out their cooperation. So they actually taught me as well throughout the journey, and I think it was a good program for me because I have benefited from the whole journey a lot.
So, one skill that I learned while organizing the graduate enrichment program is I get to train myself to communicate concisely and clearly to all my teammates and also the Talent Corp team. This is very important for us because each and every one of us are working virtually from home and everyone has their own schedule. So it's really important for me to train myself and able to send messages and also explanation to everyone in a simple and also understandable manner. And of course, this will help us in delivering our program efficiently.
We will learn new things when we work with our teammates and other teams also. Throughout the whole preparation, I think we have learned quite some skills, important skills, especially responsiveness and proactivity. Having a plan B is always useful for an event, and more important when we are going out, we are running our events virtually. Things may not go well, smooth, so we have to generate new ideas. We have to solve the problem very quickly, make a decision within seconds, so that our program can run smoothly.
The basic answer would be the connections that I've gained, of course, because I met so many people throughout this whole journey of volunteering program, and it was refreshing actually throughout this pandemic because we cannot actually meet new people outside, right? And the whole 6 months of me volunteering in this program has definitely changed me, because now I have personally trained myself to organize my life better, especially my schedules, in achieving some things, because I am a first year student. So balancing my studies together with this program and also other things that I have, other responsibilities that I have, was quite challenging for me. But with the help of the people that we have in the program, I managed to handle it well and learn to arrange my to-do list better. This program also made me gain my confidence in speaking out to people, especially in speaking out my ideas in front of people. This helps me a lot, especially in my class. And the whole 6-month program journey has now ended, which I think I am very grateful for joining this in the first place. And I think it has taught me a lot and benefited me a lot in so many ways.
Honestly, I get a lot of knowledge from this program, and this program is very beneficial for me. The most valuable things that I learned in this program is I learned on how to work in team, even though we never meet each other in real life. There are a lot of methods to communicate between each other, and I discover these skills in this 6 months program as a graduate ambassadors of Talent Corp.
Honestly, I gained a lot of new things from volunteering with GE Ambassador. There are a few main things that I gained, which are firstly, of course, I gained a lot of new information and also knowledge through the development session with specifically for ambassadors, and also I gained a lot of information through the Talent Corps program, such as the mental health webinar. And the second thing that I gained in this volunteering program is I get to know a lot of new friends and also connections. I am really happy to meet all these people virtually. I am really glad that I get to work together with them for the past months, and honestly they are amazing people. So I would like to say thank you so much, my teammates and also the Talent Corp team, for helping and also guiding us throughout this program. It has been an amazing journey. I think that's all from me. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Halo Mr. Arif.
Fit
Offline. Emang itu mending toh landing SKK. Ya, SKKN ini dibuang wae. Terus workshopnya langsung online aja. Sama yang 899. Terus landing page-nya yang kemarin online offline itu diganti aja online sama 899. Atau diarahin ke yang pelatihan ya bisa. Yang shred pelatihan. Itu ya bisa. Jadi pakai itu aja. Terus untuk yang offline nanti habis lebaran dibikinin iklan sendiri. Jadi yang diiklanin yang langsung keluar harga aja. Iya, 1599 wes kuwi tok ae. Mm-mm. Programnya belum. Wes gitu. Yo. Halo. Halo, 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 halo. Hello, Mr. Arif. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello. Hello. No one. Hello, hello. Hello, Mr. Arif. Hello. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, Mr. Arif. Halo, Mr. Arif.
its success, Dr. Hanafiah expanded Robopreneur R&D capabilities to offer robotics, automation, artificial intelligence, AI products, and solutions for the digital transformation. With more than 80 years of experience in robotic research and development, Dr. Hanafiah is a prominent figure for the adoption of robotic technology in the business. Dr. Hanafiah, thank you for your time and be with us
ITM. So I did research on using human and robot to help children with autism. And from this research, we managed to come up with a very good result. And we patent the system. And when we entering the commercialization stage, we encounter difficulties in terms of 7 years up to the country and also to the society. Yeah, while I'm teaching robotics in my class, I also able to contribute to the bigger landscape in the society. And now Robotpreneur has become one of the local company that leading this robotics technology business. And we have employed more than hundreds uh, employee, fresh graduates up to professional.
Okay, I think you're okay.
And this is very exciting time when we entering the era of COVID-19, actually opening up a lot of opportunity and also when
To pursue focusing on this robotic technology, uh, already see the prospect of the robotic technology could be provide solution to the business. Maybe you share a bit on this, Tahanafia? Yeah.
Okay, actually, when we graduated from our first degree, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I think the first job is very important.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I think most of the audience today
Yeah.
are actually from students that looking into their first career. Uh,
Right.
at that time, that was 1998. It was a long time ago, and now there's a lot of changes in terms of the industry, also the market. Yeah. At that time, actually, the Japanese company opening up very good opportunity for us as the Japanese program
Mm-hmm.
to work into a Japanese company. And I learned very important skill
Right.
during my first 3 years of work.
Yeah.
And this has actually become the strength and also a strong foundation for me.
Mm-hmm.
Up to now, also, I'm still practicing a Japanese way of working.
I see.
Yeah. So, but when I started my first job is actually on the electronics industry. I
I
work
see.
in Sharp Electronics,
Yeah.
and actually I work in R&D also.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, there are very less robotics being used in uh, other than manufacturing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
There's a lot of robot being used in manufacturing, but we are still very much depending on human labor.
I see. Yeah.
So from there, actually, I believe that robotics can do better than that.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And then based on the knowledge that I gained from Sharp,
Mm-hmm.
I had the opportunity to go to Japan again under Mombusho scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
And then for my master, where I first did my, I'm involved in robotics study.
Mm-hmm.
And it quite interesting because at that time, Honda just launched their Asimo. This Asimo robot is actually become
Yeah. Yeah.
benchmark for, I mean, a dream for many people,
Mm-hmm.
including myself. And
Yeah.
I involved in one lab in Japan that doing humanoid robot as well.
I see. Yeah.
So from there, my interest and passion in robotic become deeper.
I see.
And all those things comes with a lot of sacrification.
Yeah.
A lot of time. We need to invest a lot of time, a lot of effort to
Mm-hmm.
learn programming, to learn, a lot of things, knowledge about robotics. And
Mm-hmm.
this is actually something that I may want to, share with everyone.
Yeah.
That was like 20 years ago, but now I think the career landscape already changed.
Yeah.
But I still believe that we must select the right place to for our first career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's very important to choose the
Mm-hmm.
right figure in our first job. You know.
I see. Right.
So the figure comes from the maybe the founder of the company, the
Mm-hmm.
philosophy of that company,
Mm-hmm.
and the
Right.
growth of the industry. Yeah,
Yeah.
I see that now a lot of young graduates are more looking into salary, and they can easily change job when they get better offer like 300 ringgit higher and so on.
Right.
This actually damaging your career. Yeah? It's
Mm-hmm.
damaging your career in terms of your growth. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because it's not about salary and money. It's more about how you position yourself
Mm-hmm.
into that particular industry. Yeah? So when you keep jumping one company to one company in very short time, I also when I do recruitment, when I see the candidate changing job very frequent, I'm not too favored to take him into my company. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one tools that maybe I can share.
Okay. Thank you, Tanavia. Okay, thank you for sharing the tip. Before we go talk elsewhere in further about the tips, I would like to welcome Mr. Zamisha Obi. Thank you for your time to be with us today. So, dear audience, let me introduce Mr. Zamisha Obi. So, Mr. Zamisha Obi is our invited speaker from Indonesia. So, Mr. Obi was graduated from Universitas Negeri Yogyakarta in Technical Electronic and Informatics. Upon graduated, Mr. Obi trained himself as a technopreneur with a focus to run a startup business in EduTech. He and his team member had founded Indobot Academy that provide training, event hosts as well as e-learning or e-course. The current direction of his company, Indobot Academy, is to provide a platform for digital career, skills development, including AI, IoT, data science, and digital market. Mr. Obi, through the Innobot Academy, had won several accolades, including third winner Nishibo Audio Innovation Challenge, Southeast Asia 2021, second winner Astra Startup Challenge, and as well as a grand winner of Tech Entrepreneurship. So, Mr. Obi, thank you for your time today. So,
Thank you.
we continue with our discussion. So, here I would like to ask Prof. Manan. Okay, Prof.
Yes.
So, as a, I think it's already well known that you are the Haruan expert, Prof. So,
Alhamdulillah.
Prof, could you share with us why you pick Haruan fish? What is the we call it the indicator to start to study on Haruan, and then how do you know that there is a big benefit in a Haruan fish? So, could you please share with us, Prof? Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dr. Aris. Honestly speaking, I am, after listening to Dr. Hanafia, it's a human robot. Individually, I'm a robot because when starting from school up to university, we don't have any career path, we don't have any discussion on pathway of your future and so on and so forth. What you need to do was go to school, pass every exam, and then enter university. That's it. After that, getting married. But after complete up my bachelor degree at University Malaya, I got the offer for scholarship to pursue to my PhD. Then I start to think and to move away myself from robot to human. I then try to choose what sort of area of my interest. but still to persuade from what I did during my bachelor degree. So I went to Southampton because Gerald Kirkert in that time was a very renowned neurophysiologist. And then the scholarship, I was with UKM before. So my boss was saying that go to Southampton and learn from Gerald Kirkert. That's how it was starting my career. Upon coming back in 1984, I was posed to Sabah. And then to make a drama interesting, when I was in Sabah, my wife is in Alusta.
Okay.
She was expecting our first baby, and my first daughter was delivered through a cesarean.
Okay.
And to make it more interesting, the night before my wife went through the cesarean, it was a drama on television.
Yeah.
And the wife in that drama undergo the surgery and pass away.
Oh.
So you must understand how I felt during that time.
Yeah.
And everybody surrounding in my surrounding was asking, go and give your wife Harwan, go and give your wife Harwan, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
That was the starting of why I went on Harwan.
Yeah.
And during that time in 1985, the government had asked and requested that every academic to start research.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the reason why I was active in research since 1985 up to now. Even after my retirement, I still working to continue on Harwan. And I started a drug discovery on Harwan because Harwan was the traditional medicine to induce quick recovery for ladies after child delivery.
Mm-hmm.
And then along the line, I was collaborating with many institutions, universities, locally as well as overseas. And then I end up developing my own extraction. And I found that the extract of Harwan actually justified the claim of the local community that Harwan is actually or indeed traditional medicine, having a very good medical value as well as biomedical properties. So that's how I started work on Harwan. And of course, when you go back to when you go out for university, you start to meet patients and so on and so forth. Then I found that skin diseases is one of the diseases, although it is very interesting and cause a lot of negative impact on patient. But the government is not taking skin diseases or dermatological exfoliation seriously. They are more interested in different disease like cancer problems and so on and so forth. So that was hopefully to answer your question. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. So, if I'm correct, if I could somehow recap that, perhaps you find about the skin disease is a challenge that need to be solved. So, hence you had know about the hard one and then the potential of Harwan. So then you focus on doing research in Harwan starting 1984 that could be used to address this challenge, or in this case, the skin disease. Am I right, Prof?
Yes, you are very right. As
Mm.
far as skin diseases, is very, very traditional, very one of the oldest disease, but yet not able to be addressed properly by the health. Very tremendous, cause a lot of personal depressions, even approaching or end up suicidal. But people just close eyes on them. And then as we know that depression and isolation and humiliation among the children that suffering skin diseases is increasing now, especially in urban area. That is one of the reasons for me, even after my retirement, I still need to continue to help those very unfortunate groups of patients.
Thank you, Prof. Yeah, I think we do have some more question, especially when you mention your perhaps patient or maybe your commitment to address for you this grand challenge in the skin disease. But before we talk about it later, maybe perhaps we would like to know more from our third speaker, Mr.
Sure.
Obi. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So, hi, Mr. Obi. Yeah, thank you for your time. So, we know that you are technopreneur, Mr. Obi, in which you start to found your company, if I'm not mistaken, Innobot company, Innobot Academy, after you completed your studies, Mr. Obi. So, could you share, Mr. Obi, why you like to be a technopreneur instead of joining a big company in industry? Would you mind to share with Mr. Obi? Yeah. Mm. Oh, yeah. I see. I see. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 I see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Obi. I think I learned I think from your sharing, so means that you already start to venturing in this startup, founding startup company before you completed your study. So yeah, I think with quite would say for me is quite some brave. Perhaps we could learn from you, Mr. Obi. So when you just now you mentioned that your background in the kind of electronic engineering, and then the education. So during that time, Mr. Obi, when you completing or founding the Indobot Academy, do you already see that you could use your background or maybe your profile to work on your passion in edutech?
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
Uh, um, my background is in education field. Yeah, I'm bachelor of education, and then I think education it's not the it's not only have a little problem in Indonesia, have a big problem. I think it's math and science. Yeah. And as you know, Indonesia, wait, hello, kok saya lost connection?
Sorry, Mr. Lee?
Yeah, can you still hear me?
I'm
Yeah,
still, we are still with you, but until to your about education, when you share about education, Mr.
yeah,
Lee.
yeah. In Indonesia, it's like unique. unique education, I think, because in Indonesia right now we have more than 45 million productive people, 45 million productive people, and then in Indonesia need to improve their skill, I think. And as you know, right now in Indonesia, number I don't know number one or two, yeah, because right now have a lot of programmer from Indonesia, and then the productive people have another option like entrepreneurship or programming, or you can join the big company, I think. But electronics and coding is the powerful, I think, for the productive people in Indonesia. And then Mr. Jokowi, our president from Indonesia, said about coding and revolusi industry 4.0 is the big opportunity for the productive people. So it's important skill to uh, to improve the productive people skill in Indonesia. And then Indonesia have a lot of industry. I think, like as you know, in Jabodetabek, I think like Jakarta and around of Jakarta have a lot of industry, and in the industry need um, y- more engineer. And right now Indobot still one of uh, electronics and IoT education, because our competitor only share about how to make a website, mobile apps, and something else. But right now, Indobot, um, the one of startup to share about knowledge about Internet of Things right now.
I see. Alright. Thank you very much, Mr. Obi, for sharing how is your passion in education, and then how you could use your passion in line with IoT and so on, in which the Indobot Academy offer this program on learning IoT or data analysis and so on. And how you took a bold decision, I mean, in founding Robopreneur, I think in 2015. Okay, so can you share a bit detail that moment what actually push you in taking such a decision, Dr. Nafa? Is it somehow related to your do you have your personal passion or mission for taking such a step, Dr. Nafa? Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm probably very much later on into my uh, personal vision, I think, because I don't like to be too long in a very comfortable environment. You know,
I
being a
see.
lecturer actually is actually very comfortable. Is I don't like to be in that comfort zone. I always challenge myself to change, to challenge my ability, and I want to see how far I can go. And being a lecturer actually give you advantage and also disadvantage. The advantage is actually we have access to research, and we have access
Yeah.
to students, and also some of the grants. Yeah.
Yeah.
Disadvantage is we are too busy with the academics job,
Yes.
so we're not able to pursue our dream and vision. So actually, I had a very tough time when I start spinning off my company. Company. I had a tough time because the university doesn't have a proper policy
I see.
to cater a person like me. Uh, but I just do it like Nike said, just do it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah, just do it. And in fact, I had a lot of struggle and resistance in term, because I'm actually doing something that never been done by anyone before, at least in my university. I believe in my potential, and I always a risk taker kind of person, and I don't afraid to take risks. Yeah? And actually, I glad that I started that 6 years ago. Yeah? But if I choose to sit around within that comfortable environment, I think I won't be doing what I'm doing today lah. And then the most important thing is actually to believe in our vision and our potential. Because one person can change, can bring greater impact if we are bold enough and brave enough to change it. Yeah. And now, as a result of the 6 years of journey, our university have changed some of the policy to cater some of the startup from the staff themselves. And in fact, our company have received a spin-off status from the university. And I managed to reduce my academic commitment and so on. Then it doesn't come in a very smooth things. I mean, I had to let go my promotions.
I
had
see.
to do all those things, but I think it's worth it not in the academic, in terms of salary, in terms of exposure and so on. But we need to consistent and also uh, don't be afraid on taking risks, because this is the only time that we can challenge ourselves. Yeah, because I think now also I'm already 48. Yeah, if now I just want to start something like I started 6 years ago, I don't have the energy right now.
Yeah.
The starting point takes a lot of energy,
Yeah.
a lot of time, a lot of effort, and I'm glad I started that in my early 40, late 30. I think I started my business. At that time, I still have a lot of energy, but now I'm more into managing team, managing the business. So I have many young talent, and this actually uh, a team that synergize and bring forward. Yeah. We have big dream to, to bring the company higher and explore uh, beyond Malaysia market as well.
I see.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Nafia, for the sharing. And perhaps what we could say, what we could digest from what Dr. Nafia shared just now, maybe is to believe on our potential and ready to take risks. Am I right, Dr. Nafia?
Yes.
Yes. So perhaps if we stay much in the comfort zone, maybe we perhaps could challenge ourselves, try to venture a new thing, maybe in the new field that perhaps maybe we have some big prospect opportunity might waiting for us. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Nefa, for sharing your experience on it. So I would like to ask Prof. Manan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Prof. Manan, just now, if I'm not mistaken, you mentioned that you start doing research in 1985.
85.
Yeah. And then you founded your company on 2015. Am I right?
Yes, 2014,
2014.
April 2016.
I see. Prof. Manan, can you share why you start to found out your company after maybe around 30 years of doing research? Is it Prof, because you already have enough finding in developing your technology, or I mean your Harwan Manan, or maybe you have another story that why you start to found a company after doing 30 years of research, Prof. Manan? Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Tarif.
Yeah.
As we know that in Malaysia, once you are a government servant, you are not allowed to do commercialization, you are not allowed to involve in direct involvement with businesses and so on. So after military retirement on 2014, I thought that I need to extend my research from R&D to C. So to commercialize what I did during my academic life. And then at that particular time, I was very confident. I have enough knowledge. I have enough know-how on the technology to bring out from lab to the community. And then during that time, I was exposed to many patients as well as to many professional health industry, care industry like doctors and so on. And they are beginning to give a positive response to natural product medicine. And they start to believe complementary, supplementary, and alternative rather than just focus on modern medicine that provided by the hospital. So this sort of opportunity that given to me make me wanted to help those suffering because as we know that eczema, for example, is universal in every country in the world, and each country are having at least 10%. For example, Malaysia, we have about 3 million people suffering eczema alone, not skin diseases, but eczema alone. So that knowing that and then meeting the patient, knowing how they suffered and how they felt, they are being humiliated, isolated, and so on and so forth, make me feel that okay, enough is enough. I was an academician, now I'm retired. I can give my full times to those and using my knowledge, my background knowledge, technology, and so on to throw those to them. Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Prof, for sharing your inspiring story. So how you decided that you need to go to commercialize after seeing the challenge in focusing in skin disease, especially eczema. So I think, yeah, I think we learn a lot from your story, Prof. And
Yeah.
yeah, thank you, Prof. So we like to move to Mr. Obi. So, Mr. Obi, am I right if you that you founded your Indobot Academy? Is it by yourself or with your friend, Mr. Obi? Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Thank you, Mr. Obi. So, perhaps you could say that you have this passion and commitment in which you still focus with Innovat Academy, in which you see the prospect of edutech, and then you see the future lies beyond it. Am I correct, Mr. Obi? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Mhm. Uh,
Um, yeah. If you have some idea, yeah, I think, yeah, if you have some idea, you can make a testing before you like oh yeah, like you you have a big dream with your idea
mhm.
because if you not the testing before you don't know your idea, it's only wasting your time or you
Mhm.
can have a big opportunity.
Mhm.
And it the method of the we testing the idea we still using until right now, because
Mm-hmm.
if we make a new product or new function, new technology, we create the testing before we launch to the public, because to launch to go public it had got a lot of um, uh, can burn a lot of money, because the marketing is too big, I think. And then for you student, you can make a little testing, like you can test to around of your circle, and then you can make a like beta testing, I think, for your round of
Mm-hmm.
circle, and choose your first, I think, like first step to test your product, because the first step is important to you, to
Mm-hmm.
make your product will can adopt in the market, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Obi. I think the keywords that you shared just now is to ready to test your idea, because without testing your idea, we're not sure how easy it work. I think this echoing what being shared previously by Dr. Nafia, to maybe to ready to take challenge, and if you have idea, try to challenge it, try to share your idea. I think, yeah, because in this career discovery forum, we have provided, we call it upgraded your crazy idea. I think this is actually a huge opportunity that offer to students to test your idea in front of this industrial expert, and then we could get some feedback on this on your idea. Yeah, I think now we go to the kind of final round. They're all invited speaker. So yeah, back to Dr. Hanafia. So Dr. Hanafia, just now you mentioned about young talent in your group, in your company, and then how you recruiting them. Could you and then based on your vast experience, because uh, you are in not only in the academia setting, but now you are also a founder, and then previously you shared that your first job you joined a Japan company. So given all this vast experience, Dr. Nafia, would you mind perhaps what the student need to be prepared, or what the criteria, if you as the employer, what you like to see when student would like to join industry, Dr. Nafia? Yeah.
Okay, I think everyone will be, having the same journey. When we finish our study, we want to start our job, first job. Right? So I
Mhm.
think the first 5 years of our early career is very important.
I see.
So it's actually the best time for us to learn, and
Mhm.
also to build up our foundation.
Mhm.
So within these first 5 years, we need to have a the right mindset. The right
Mhm.
mindset in the way that we need to strengthen our knowledge in that particular industry that we are joining. Yeah,
Mhm.
especially nowadays, there's a lot of information that we can, we can get from the internet and so on. And
Mhm.
we need to know what is our interest, and
Mhm.
also we need to know which segment of industry that are having a better future growth. Yeah.
I see. Mhm. Mhm.
So within these 5 years, as much as possible, I would suggest
Mhm.
for these fresh graduates
Mhm.
group, don't change job too much. Yeah,
Mhm.
possible you stick within one job within these 5 years.
Mhm.
Build up your name, build up your, your position yourself within that industry. Make
Mhm.
people know. Yeah,
Mhm.
some of the student, I think they are rather to stay at the back. So if software, we say it at the back end lah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So back end is very important. But then in this very dynamic world,
Yep.
you need to have the courage to go in front. Yeah.
Mhm. Yes.
You need
Mhm.
to have the capability to express your knowledge, talk to people about your career, it actually will give a lot of benefit. Yeah? If 20 years ago, we are very much like an engineer that working in a factory, care too much to express ourselves, but now it's different. Now it's the era of TikTok. Now it's the era of all those social media, and we need to be seen. Yeah, we need to be seen by the industry. And along the way, we need to increase our capability in the area that we are venturing by learning from the right guru. Yeah? We need to have the right guru. Yeah? I'm saying this because in order for us to maximize our learning, yeah, it's no longer to joining big company is the having a great advantage right now. Yeah? If you are joining a huge corporation, yeah, you are seen in a very small role actually. Yeah,
I see.
and your scope of job is actually being already being specified.
Yeah.
It's difficult for you to explore your idea, to explore your potential. It's also benefit for us to consider to joining a middle range corporation company that having a, a, a good potential and growth. Yeah? And I would suggest if you have to create to find the right guru in that particular corporation. Yeah? For example, if you see